Hey, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Kyle, and this semester I've been working on my project Starlight, a product that allows the viewer of Bears Ears to experience its trails at night while not disturbing scotopic vision, allowing for a better experience viewing the night sky. I'll be going over the experience to be had, what it gives back, the considerations and constraints, and design response. I started looking at Bears Ears and the constraints that the landscape puts on recreation. Being a desert, the temperatures and sunlight can get to many people, but a great way to get around this is to go out at night, allowing for the experience that my project is focused around, the stars. With 1/3 of the world's population, so you did stop sharing for some reason?
It's still sharing. Your slide's not going forward.
Oh, sorry. That work? Okay.
No.
Let's try that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to share it again.
That's okay.
Not sure what happened.
Yeah, there we go.
Cool. All right. Well, with 1/3 of the world's population and nearly 80% of the US population having not seen and not being able to see the Milky Way or nearly any stars, the Bears Ears landscape becomes a special place. The stars are extremely special here with how dark the sky is and how rare that actually is. It's split between a class 2 and a class 3 darkness area, meaning that in many places, the only way to get darker is to be in a cave. You may ask, why is seeing the stars even an important experience? And what it actually gives to us is quite incredible. It gives us a sense of awe, which is an emotion. It's a mix of dread, veneration, and wonder. A scientific writer, Summer Allen, talks about 8 ways that awe can make our lives better, from a better mood to better health, more critical thinking, a decrease in materialism, providing a humbling experience, more sense of time, increased generosity and cooperation, and better connections to the people around us and the rest of humanity, which are all things that we should use more and have an experience that should be protected. Not only that, but the stars are another overlooked connection to the past and that have remained relatively unchanged through recent history. And there's something special about being in a place with so much history and having another connection to it. This led me to how we navigate at night and see, and that led me to how the eye functions. The eye has 2 ways of taking in light and seeing. It has cones and rods. Cones and rods are photoreceptors in the back of the eye that are stimulated as light enters. Cones are used for bright light conditions and rods for darker conditions. The interesting thing about rods is because they are so sensitive, they can take over 30 minutes to fully adjust. But when they adjust, they allow for the viewing of more stars. On the trail, there's actually a way to preserve rod's vision, known as scotopic vision, by using a light at a certain wavelength, sitting at 625 to 720 nanometers. It doesn't bleach the rods and render them useless. It can, however, render them useless if you look directly into the light source or the light is too bright. Moving forward, I was trying to find a product that will allow the navigation in the landscape. And I looked to flashlights and headlamps and realized that they each have their drawback, with either no hands-free use or the light being too close to the eye, impairing vision, which led me to product Starlight. It's a light designed to not only allow the viewer a better and unobstructed view of the stars, but to help preserve the experience here for future generations. The light belt itself is comprised of 3 main parts: the light, the belt, and the battery. The beam of the light itself takes guidance from the International Dark Skies Association and what they've tried to put into practice in cities. Keeps the light low to the ground, only lighting what is necessary to move forward, about 2 paces or 5 feet in front of you with the average width of the trail. This cuts down on the light that's cast up into the sky and decreases light pollution. Also keeping the beam at a light it's lit by an LED. It sits at 650 nanometers, preserves your scotopic vision so you can see more stars. With the night being a time that's dark, having easy controls was necessary. 1 press for on and 1 press for off, and an option for a dimmer when the power button is pressed and held. This allows for more light when absolutely necessary, but keeps the impact low. The dimmer will bring the light from 5 lumens to 40 lumens. This a comparison for you at home who might not know exactly what lumen count might be, would be to see that your phone flashlight is about 10 to 15 lumens. The battery pack is mounted on the back of the belt and allows for the light up front to stay ultra thin. That, coupled with the large base plate on the light, keeps the light less bouncy and using the body as a gimbal system. With a low lumen count and the efficient red LED, the rechargeable battery at full charge will last well over 200 hours, provide the viewer with a peace of mind that the light they are trusting for navigation won't quit them on them out on the trails. If the viewer ever needs to check on the light, they will actually be able to press on the battery and 3 small display lights will light up, showing the approximate charge. Moving forward to the belt, it had to be extremely simple and adjustable to fit a range of people. With the quick cinch buckle design and the 2-inch elastic waistband, a single pull keeps the belt taut and easily maneuverable around the waist and out of the way of other pieces of gear you might have. With all these considerations in mind, the last consideration I had to think about was how to connect this product to the viewer in the landscape even after they leave. The body of the light is based on a bear's face and includes the iconic symbols of this landscape, the bear's ears, for people to look back and remember this experience. With the goal of creating a light that provides a connection to this incredible place, this also provides a way to market this product as a way to give back to different partners within Bears Ears to either help protect the landscape or protect the night sky for generations to come. I hope you all see a future as properly illuminated as me. Thank you.